Hello everyone, this is Daniel Alexander Mayo, and sorry. So basically, I had a dream that I was going out the window as a sparrow. I saw the color of the sparrow. What I saw was mostly red. It was a mostly red morning, and that's what the sparrow saw. That's pretty much it. But I just was flying through the forest, like an expert, and was flying through a field of farmer's field, and all the way to the tree that was promised. This is gonna be longer than short. So, what was going on there is that God told me that He had promised to keep me in His memory. He would not forget me like anything else. He's gonna remember me no matter what. Like, even if His spirit falls, He will remember that. So He's gonna remember me as well. Not only that, that dream was also indicative of what was going on. So, within within November, so that's after November and into December, within November, I told Jesus I wanted to see heaven, and that's what happened. I had a dream that he would never forget me. I guess that's it. And then he told me something very peculiar. Like, he told me that this is not going to be a heaven dream. Instead, I will see him, maybe. That's what he said, but I can't say it for word, unless it's just thus saith the Lord, and I'm not going to say it thus saith the Lord. But maybe I'm going to see him within January, which makes me interested in seeing what happens within January. It could be within a week, it could be within a month, or it could be even within a 3 months period, 3 month period. It's really the consequence of America, what's going on. And not in America, guys, it's not in America. I just realized something. It was within November what happened, literally, let's just say, with the Ten Commandments. They got rid of the Ten Commandments in, let's just say, Mount Sinai. The Ten Commandments was there, and they destroyed it. The personal memories are gone of the Ten Commandments. He still has them in his mind, but the words are no longer there. So what's going on is, yes, this happened within November, but he says, I'm not going to give you any more heavenly dreams because of what happened. This may be shocking, but he promises greater things than just heavenly stuff, you know? He promises himself. And even if within January, within 3 months of the November disaster, so November, December, January, February, so within January, of course, so that's 2 months. So he doesn't say specifically when it's going to happen, but he knows specifically what's going to happen, but he doesn't tell us. So what's going to happen is, so after that Ten Commandments is smashed, the rapture will happen very soon. And he said, he promises that I'm going to be maybe caught up, maybe maybe no longer on the earth, and within January. We can always hope for a rapture in January, right? Because also what's going on in the global elite type of person is that they're promising to get some sort of mark on their forehead or on their forehand, just saying, buy or not buy things with this thing in your head or thing in your hand to enhance your brain ability, and you can't buy or sell without it. And you will buy with your head, you will think with your head and all that. Guys, the marketing system is going to change completely, I believe, within May. Also, the technology is getting increasingly faster for, like, technological advances are getting increasingly greater. Like, this year alone, It was 1 terabyte that became 2 terabytes that became 4 terabytes. Within next year, it's going to be 8 terabytes, and it's going to be 16 terabytes for just a chip, you know? Not only that, soon that chip is going to be 32 terabytes, and the computer's not even going to catch up. And that just means that the little things, the little computers, instead of the laptops, are going to be much better than anything else. And that's why we have a beast system in our head that's going to be much better than anything else. I don't say this to scare you, but maybe it should. Because the Rapture is coming really soon. It's coming greater than you can imagine. And we're not going to see the Antichrist. No, we're not. For those who think we're going to see the Antichrist, no, we're not. For the man will be revealed to the world, not to the Christians. We're the ones restraining the Antichrist and the beast. We Christians are restraining the Antichrist and the beast, not the world. So if anyone says, oh, it's going to happen within years, think of the technology now. We're going to have a burst of technology in maybe a year or so. Maybe a year or two. We're going to have a burst of technology like we never even imagined. That drive in your camera, that usual gigabyte system, the thing that usually is gigabytes, will now be petabytes. And that's going to be interesting because the little drives are going to be, instead of terabytes, are going to be petabytes within a couple of years. I can already tell that, you know? So it's not forgotten a sparrow because of my videos. It's clear that, it's evident that all these things are going to happen. Like, you're going to have meat that is in the shape of ham that's going to have bugs in it. What do I mean? I told you in another video. And what do I mean by that? Instead of ham, real ham, it's going to be bug meat. That's really going to taste like ham. It's going to look like ham. But little traces of bone of the bugs are going to still be in the ham. Because they don't have the technology yet. Soon they will have the technology to get rid of the bone. The actual shell. You know what I mean by the bug shell? You know. And everything will be as it would be. Except this time, you're going to be eating bugs instead of actual meat. And you're going to be eating bugs instead of actual lettuce. That is a fact. Because no one has really... We don't have any kind of power to move against land. We only have the power to move against rivers. We're going to ship them with trucks. But with these trucks, it's going to be too heavy for some people. It's going to be too heavy for some trucks, you know? We can only ship things in large boats. And that river is really drying up. It's frozen now in some areas. That Mississippi is going to freeze, be gone, and there's going to be absolutely nothing left of it. Good thing we have a little bit of snow, but it's going to completely dry up soon. We have nothing left of the Mississippi. So when the Mississippi goes away, you'll be eating bugs. I'm sadly going to say this. You're going to be eating bugs. If you don't like it, then wait. Because it's going to happen. And why do I say you're going to eat bugs? Why do I say this? What about the fact that... Wait, you said, why were you eating bugs? Right. Let me tell you why. The bugs are a source of protein. They're meat. The plant-based protein, the burgers and all the beef and all the chicken that's protein-based, that's actually plant material. We're going to run out of plants. So instead of having plant material, we're going to have bug material. As a celebrity says, there's a celebrity that says, oh, we eat crickets, we eat bugs. They're eating bugs, you know. As something that they'll say, oh, it's no big deal, we'll eat bugs. On the dinner table, It's gonna cost $100 just for a bug meal. It's gonna be disgusting. Fancy restaurants will serve it. It's gonna be unaffordable. It's gonna be a time of famine, and you're gonna be eating bugs. So if you're left behind, you might just well get used to farming on your own or eating bugs. Sadly enough, they could sell you seeds, but that's just against the money management laws, you know. They can't have you freely having a farm, so they're going to make you eat bugs. Not only that, let me just go back to the Rapture. So, the mockery of it was the most absolutely the biggest mockery that someone ever did in the whole entire world history of mockeryism. The mockery is so bad that God says, "Oh, I'm not laughing at that." It shocked me, he said. He's not even laughing at this. Guys, destroying the Ten Commandments was personal. So he's going to destroy these people by the law in the 7-year tribulation by destroying that, what they used to own. He's going to destroy them. He's going to destroy sin because that's what destroyed the Ten Commandments. It's personal. Yes, he can handle people mocking him by putting a picture of God on the ceiling and just mocking him that way. He can handle that. He's laughing at that. But this destroying the Ten Commandments, people think, oh, it's no big deal. It's shocking, but no big deal. He's going to destroy us with a 7-year tribulation, probably within a couple months because of that. And the Antichrist will come because of that. It's brutal, I know. And God is very unhappy. So unhappy, he can't handle it anymore. Not only that, I made salvation videos. People don't want to hear salvation videos anymore. The last ones that got like over 1,000 views were fully mocked. Mocked to the point where I just like, I don't care anymore. Let the moderator deal with that. They may be unbelievers, but if I were those unbelievers, I would stop mocking God. Because mocking God is what the Antichrist does. He may have told him to destroy the Ten Commandments. Just letting you know. May have been Yuval Harari. It may have been Yuval Noah Harari, you know? Which I believe Yuval Noah with an A, just only with the A, with Noah. I mean, when you get rid of the H, and you say Yuval Noah, that's really 666, isn't it? So I believe he's the beast that does speak blasphemies, great ones, and he's the one that told them to destroy the Ten Commandments. That's the first one he did. There's gonna be 10 more. Actually, I meant, so yeah, there's gonna be 9 more, not 10 more, but there's gonna be 9 more. And that was the biggest one. Who knows if he's going to really blaspheme God again and be more personal, because if he's more personal, I don't know. We have no time left, guys. The Rapture is really coming really soon. I mean, you can see if you can find the Ten Commandments destroyed, but really I'd rather you go to, what's his name? Because he pointed it out really well. His name is Off the Curb Ministries. Off the Curb Ministries is the only one that you can really listen to for that mockery. He pointed out that mockery well beyond what we should have known. November 15th, should not have been that bad. It was basically replacing the Ten Commandments with the Ten New Commandments. If it was like the Ten New Commandments, you would have been like, oh, laugh it out. But destroying that for the new one, that is personal. And that is absolutely shameful. He will destroy you. Remember that. He will destroy all the people that support that. Thank goodness it's not popular as it should. Thank goodness it's not as popular as it should not be. You know, thank goodness it's not popular, because if it is, if those Ten Commandments being destroyed was popular and popularized and shocking on shorts and shocking on memes, who knows what would have happened? Those poor innocent children would have seen it. Maybe they'll be more popular when the Raptures happened. And they'll think, oh, that's no big deal, right? That's the reason why you're left behind. Because you supported it. We don't support that sort of thing. Because God is raging against that God's raging against that rather personal attack. He's raging against it. He loves his people, but he does not like sin. He hates it. Sometimes he laughs at it mockingly. Sometimes he laughs with tears. But this time, shock came to him. Immediately was fury and anger. He is coming really soon with fury and anger against the world. He's going to destroy this world. I'm telling you that right now. He may have 1,000-year reign on this earth and restore the 10 Commandments. However, personal as it is, even if Noah destroyed the 10 Commandments in shock, that didn't make God happy. He had to do it all over again. He didn't feel good about doing that, you know? Why was the 10 Commandments so personal? Because it was the schoolmaster to salvation. And it was a memory of that Moses just healed the nation so that we could have salvation later on. Those 10 Commandments were a lifeline to salvation. If you think that we don't need it anymore, think again. It's a lifeline to the children. If they replace that with the 10 New Commandments of the earth, that is absolute mockery. That is New Age. Well, how unhappy is God? Saddened? Hurt? Shocked? Angered? In full wrath? Maybe you ought to know. Maybe the rapture is within January because of this. Because he's no longer giving me heavenly dreams. Maybe it was past, I don't know, the 15th of December. Maybe it was past the 20th. Who knows? But it's due. The rapture is very due. Especially due to the fact that the 10 Commandments were destroyed. The real ones. The blue ones. Beautiful blue eyes no longer. Red Fear Eyes is coming now. His fury is coming. No longer happy with blue eyes. Those beautiful, glowing blue eyes with love. Instead, it's angry red eyes. So flaming red eyes that can compare it to judgment and anger and rage. Anyway, you'll not be troubled by this if you're really saved. But let this be a reminder. If you're left behind, remember this. You will be eating bugs. Because time is now. It's come. The 10 Commandments have been destroyed. Like I said so many times. Well, anyway, to some of you, God bless. And to others, make sure they come to God. Because even if you're his enemy, don't be an enemy forever. He's really furious right now. He's only laughing at the fact that it's just peace for the people that are born again. That's what he's laughing for. His heart aches. His heart aches really hard for those who are lost, for those who have mocked him. All kinds of bad emotions because the Ten Commandments being destroyed. Well, anyway, I'll be done now, okay?